Deep vein thrombosis, major cause of morbidity and mortality in immobilized patient, continues to plague the patient and rehabilitation physician. Uh, it is virtues three factors: formation of thrombosis, reduced blood flow stasis, endothelial cell injury, hypercoagulability. Reduced blood flow, endothelial cell injury, and hypercoagulability. Many predisposing conditions for venous thrombosis and chronic neurological conditions like neurospinal cord injury and brain injury result in immobilization and changes in blood factor. Interaction of vessel wall, endothelium platelets, and coagulation cascade. Vessel wall, endothelium platelet, and coagulation cascade is required for normal hemostatic response. Hemostatic response is continuously active in body thrombus formation at particular site depending upon imbalance of activator and inhibitor. The prothrombotic state occurs when activation of coagulation mechanism exceeds fibrinolysis due to predisposing factor. Thrombosis once formed lead to sequelae, may propagate locally, can dislodge to form an emboli, may resolve spontaneously by fibrinolysis. Though rare with venous thrombosis, it may organize itself and get incorporated into the vessel. Risk factor and predisposing factor: history of thromboembolism, prolonged immobility, prolonged bed-bound state or paralysis of lower limb, surgery, pelvic and lower limb orthopedic procedure, acute spinal cord injury, hip fracture, long bone fracture of lower limb, obesity, major medical condition like congestive cardiac failure, MI, ischemic stroke, and acute respiratory failure, estrogen use in the form of oral contraceptive pills and hormonal therapy, metastatic adenoma, age more than 40 years, acquired conditions due to hypercoagulable state like antiphospholipid antibody and lupus anticoagulant and dysfibrinogenemia, myeloproliferative disorders such as polycythemia rubra vera and hyperhomocystinemia, inherited hypercoagulable state, protein C deficiency, protein S deficiency, activated protein C resistance factor 5 leader mutation, antithrombin deficiency, prothrombin gene mutation. Development of DVT occurs most frequently during the first 2 weeks. Approximately 80% DVT development of DVT occurs most frequently during the first 2 weeks, approximately 80% of cases following injury, and has been reported as early as 72 hours after injury, with peak 7 to 10 days. Can cause pulmonary embolism.